world of handmade business can be tough when trying to monetize what you love. We've got truth bombs and motivation to help you find your way through. Passion to profit, let's start today, 'cause the world needs what you create. Tune in right now, it's your shot to learn how to be a handmade boss.
Feel like your business sometimes is just all over the place. It might just be because you're in a different season, and that's totally normal. Today, we're actually breaking down what each season of your business looks and feels like, and how to move through each season with confidence. Hello everyone, and if you are new here, my name is Steph, and each and every week I help over 80,000 people and handmade business owners just like you move through the highs and lows of business. I focus on simple, strategic steps, no burnout needed. No BS, no fluff, no overwhelm, just simple strategic stuff that you can implement within your handmade business every single week. So if that sounds good, do not forget to like and subscribe if you are watching on YouTube, or if you're listening to the podcast, please leave me a review on Apple Podcasts, because that kind of does the same thing. It's like Apple and YouTube's version of bumping the content up, which would be really handy for me considering I do put a lot of effort and work into the content to make sure that it is useful for you guys. We often expect our businesses to grow in a straight linear line, constantly improving, constantly scaling, always up, right? But the truth is, businesses have seasons just like we do. And knowing which one you're in often helps you to stop resisting it and start aligning with it. So today, I'm going to be breaking down the seasonal metaphors of business. And they are winter, spring, summer, and autumn. So I have a question for you guys. What if you stopped pushing and started honoring the season that you are in your business right now? The answer, you'd probably stop feeling overwhelmed. Everything would feel like it's just where it needs to be, and you'd feel a lot more aligned and calm. Okay, so let's get into each one of the business seasons. So business season number 1 is winter. This is for rest and reflection. This is the quiet season where it feels like nothing is really happening on the surface, but underneath, healing and clarity are being built. So how does winter feel? It feels like low energy, or maybe even a bit of creative burnout. It feels like your business might just be slow or just feeling very stuck. And you might also have doubt or disconnection from your purpose. If you're in the winter phase, what you need to focus on is rest and recovery. It's so super important. We never give ourselves enough time. I don't care, no matter who says what, we never give ourselves enough time to actually reflect and rest. They're two really important things, especially as a creative business owner, because we are using a lot of our mental headspace to be creative. It actually takes a lot of mental energy to be creative, especially if you are a creative person. So honestly, not giving ourselves time to reflect and rest just means that our creative work is going to be rubbish for longer. When we're talking about reflection, we need to look at what worked, what didn't work, what felt good to me, what didn't feel good to me, what made the most money, what didn't make the most money, what would I do differently, all these kinds of questions. Also in winter, you need to focus on journaling, reading, getting out in nature, getting inspired again. It's all these types of things that you need to do when you are in your winter of your business. Now, quick side note here is that your winter might not actually be when winter is going on outside. My winter is quite often the summer for everybody else. So it's kind of like if the weather is hot outside, you might be in a winter season within your business. Another thing you want to do if you are feeling like you're in the winter season in your business is to simplify. This is something I do each and every time I'm in a winter phase, is that I simplify my offers, I simplify my systems, and I schedule things out. So simplify, systematize, and schedule are 3 things that I always do within winter, because when you're in a winter, you're feeling very reflective. You have a much clearer understanding as to what worked and what didn't work. Hey boss, I'm interrupting your podcast, but for a very, very good reason. If you have been waiting for the HBSA to open its doors once more, the wait is officially over. The Handmade Bosses Success Academy, or the HBSA for short, is officially open as of the 18th of June. And if this week's summer sales sprint has you buzzing, HBSA is how you keep that 1K in a week momentum rolling all year long. Inside, you'll work through 5 laser-focused phases. Phase 1 is preparing your shop for massive growth. This is where we're going to set the foundations and get your shop ready to scale. Phase 2 is where we're going to be making your shop irresistible. There's 94 action-packed lessons that turn casual scrollers into raving buyers. Phase 3 is where we're going to analyze things and read your numbers like a CEO and fix what's not working for you, so you never go back to sitting there saying, why isn't my shop making sales? Phase 4 is the marketing module. That is where we're going to be attracting traffic that actually buys with a strategy that fits your business and your style. And phase 5 is the advanced growth module. This is powerhouse tactics for stacking consistent 5-figure months over and over again. Plus, as well as all of that, you get some really good bonus goodies worth over 20 grand, lifetime access, monthly coaching calls, the bonus bundle, and a community that's got your back every step of the way. But here's the kicker. Doors slam shut at 8 p.m. UK time on the 2nd of July. If you miss that, you're basically going to be waiting until the next round. So if that sounds good to you and you are in, or you want to be nosy and just check it out, if you go to handmadebosses.com/summer, SUMMER, that's handmadebosses.com/summer right now, snag your spot, and let's build the handmade business you know you are capable of doing. So see winter as a giant declutter of your business and what you want to get rid of, what you want to change, what you want to pivot, and how you want to move going forward. A quick tip here is winter is not a failure, it's preparation. Give yourself damn permission to pause. Your next idea often comes from the stillness that winter invites. Let's talk about your spring season in your business. This is very much planting and possibility. It's the season of fresh energy, new ideas, and laying the groundwork for what's to come. So spring feels like you're being inspired again. That little glimmer in your eye is starting to return. You might be learning new skills, setting new goals. You might even be going through a business pivot. You're building or rebuilding your offers, your systems, or your brand foundations. And this is where a lot of people will do a business pivot as a result of the winter phase that they were just in. So when you're in spring, what should you focus on? Things like market research, content planning, creating new products or refining older ones, updating your branding, your website or your shop, building community and getting that list growing again, getting a customer base when you are in your summer and you are ready to sell. So my top tip is don't rush spring. It's tempting to just get it out there and launch really early, but spring is when you prepare the soil, you test, you learn, you gather feedback. All right, now let's talk about summer. So summer for me is usually Q4 of every single year. So summer for me is usually when it's cold outside, which is bizarre. I don't like the heat very much, so it kind of makes sense now I'm saying it out loud. For me, when I'm feeling slower is when everything's really hot outside, whereas I'm feeling a lot more energetic and quick when it's cold outside. And that's probably the opposite of what most people would feel, but hey ho, that's just how I work. So your summer business season is all about momentum and visibility. Now the sun's out and things are blooming. This is your energetic season of showing up, launching new products and being seen and being visible. So summer feels like your energy is high. You feel confident, you feel focused. You're launching new things, you're trying new content, you're being visible online. You're basically actively selling and seeing results. So when you're in a summer season, you need to focus on marketing your offers clearly and consistently, driving traffic through social media, email, SEO, doing things like collaborations or things that are going to get you more visible, even doing things like markets, nurturing your browsers into customers. So my quick side tip here is summer is your time to shine. But don't overlook yourself either. Keep your messaging focused and take advantage of that energy that you have within you. In your summer season, in a business stance, you are holding yourself different. Things are rolling off your back. Things are just looking bright, they're looking great. So take advantage of that. And actually in my summer season is where I film the majority of my content because I know I'm feeling myself, I'm feeling good. So that is where I'm going to be like getting stuff out there, filming stuff, doing all sorts of things. Okay, now let's talk about autumn. Now, when we're talking about the weather, spring and autumn are my favorite seasons. So I'm always there for a spring and I'm always there for an autumn. So your business season when it comes to autumn is all about harvesting and evaluation. This is the golden season of results. You're basically going to be reaping the rewards of what you've planted and also starting to think about what comes next. So how does autumn feel? It feels like you're getting regular sales and great customer feedback. You also feel super proud, but you might start to feel a little bit tired. You are ready to tweak, to pivot, to simplify. And it's often when you begin to think, this feels good, but maybe when I'm in my winter, I'm going to start to change this, and this. So when you kind of get those initial ideas of what you want to change the next time you have your winter season. So when you're in autumn, you want to be focusing on reviewing analytics and customer feedback, doubling down on bestsellers or really high performing content, systematizing, outsourcing, automating, delegating, all those things that you need to declutter and get off of your plate. And also gearing up or resting ready for the next big idea that you have. So my tip here is don't skip the reflection. Autumn is basically where you can lock in and figure out what worked and gently let go of what hasn't worked, ready for the next winter. Okay, let's bring back Sam and Lydia. So Sam tries to force summer energy all year round. She's always launching, always pushing, always doing this, always trying something new, always listing new products, always doing, just always on. Eventually she burns out, she crashes, she has had enough, and it feels like she has failed when she hits winter. She spends her winter period beating herself up and feeling like she's done something wrong and like she just wants to give up. Lydia, on the other hand, she embraces each business season. She rests when she needs to, she plants in spring, she shows up fully herself in summer and reflects in autumn. She basically builds momentum without burning out. Not only that, but she understands the business seasons and she knows that, hey, there's going to be a winter, there's going to be a summer, there's going to be an autumn, there's going to be a spring. It doesn't have to be linear and consistent all the time. Same tools, same talent, just an understanding of the different rhythms. So let's talk about your homework for this week. Your homework is, I would love for you to DM me or pop it in the Facebook group. I want you to tell me what season of business you think you are in right now. And also how you can support that energy this week. Guys, thank you so much for listening/watching wherever you are consuming this. Don't forget to leave me a review on Apple Podcasts. It would mean the world to me. And also give me a little thumbs up or subscribe if you are watching on YouTube. But for now, my lovelies, I will see you all real soon.
Thank you so much for tuning in to How to Be a Handmade Boss. And if you're eager to boost your Etsy sales within just 7 days, then be sure to join my most popular free training at handmadebosses.com/conversion. You can also find the link in the show notes as well. Keep an eye out for our next episode where we'll be continuing our journey towards handmade business success together. And until then, keep crafting and stay inspired because the world really does need those special creations that only you can make.